Profits is proud to be sponsored by Game of Silks. Go to silks.io to get in the game. Real ownership, real races, real rewards.
That's right, Colin Sheen here with the live reaction to the Holy Bull as we await the return, of course, of Fierceness. Fierceness is your Breeders' Cup juvenile winner, 2-year-old horse of the year. Of course, this is a 4th race for the Kentucky Derby Prep this weekend, February 3rd. And of course, Fierceness here going off as the 1-5 favorite. Of course, as we talked about on some of our previews and doubling down, the field here for competition-wise certainly didn't match up to what Fierceness has done, although what we've seen across the board is not necessarily matched up to what Fierceness has done. Nisos just had a huge performance out west, but of course, being under the Bob Baffert barn, he was not eligible for Kentucky Derby this year. Your number 6 is Domestic Product, the Chad Brown trained horse who takes blinkers off here at the request of Manny Franco. Of course, Tyler Gaffleone jumps aboard, and here we go. This is the Holy Bull going 1 mile and a 16th for 3-year-olds. The purse is $250,000. So for those in the game of silks, you get a $2,500 purse here for 1st through 4th, and quite of those horses are in. They're off here, and the 1 and the 2, Hades and Unveiled, goes in on the inside, and they get to the first turn with your number 4, Dancing Room, falling to the back. Fierceness is between horses there on the outside in the blue and orange of the Rapoli stables, and he's going to pull up alongside these two. So he's 3 wide on the first turn, but of course the expectations here are that Fierceness is going to be much the best, and the betting public agrees going off with 1-5. Domestic Product slides down into the inside. Of course, he finished 7th in the Remsen behind Dornoch. That was on a muddy track going the longer distance back on December 2nd in Aqueduct. Fierceness ran at Saratoga, Belmont at Aqueduct, and Sierra Nita. Has a pretty clean trip here, going 3 wide. There you see him on the front, on the outside. And coming up to his outside is C Streak, a horse who held well in the last, going 1 mile at Gulfstream, and he's going to actually make a charge here. And Fierceness there takes control of the race, edging in front of Hades. The 2 Unveiled, your 18-1, is going to fall behind, and it's going to be Fierceness and Hades here on the far turn. Domestic Product's making a nice move on the inside. Let's see if he can keep that sustained. He's actually going to swing to the outside of here. So a nice move here by Domestic Product. But we're looking at Fierceness, of course, that everyone has on top of their Kentucky Derby lists. And look at this. Fierceness is in trouble, and Hades pulls away, and Domestic Product also as well catching up. Fierceness finishes 3rd. Wow, wow, wow. That's all I can say about that. Fierceness was expected to come into this race here and really kind of make easy of this field. This was supposed to be a race that, yes, it's a prep race. Yes, he's been off for a little bit of a time, but we all expected Fierceness to really roll. And now, when you look at the performance by Nisos, I think a lot of people's rankings are going to switch. Of course, Niso's not eligible, unfortunately, because of the moves at CDI with the Bob Baffert. So all I can say right now is that's really unfortunate, because how bad do you want to see a Nisos versus Fierceness after that? But Fierceness came around that far turn and just did not have it. And Hades comes up as the big winner, changed by Joseph Orseno with Paco Lopez aboard. He broke his maiden at Gulfstream Park going 5.5 furlongs, and then came back with a winner in an allowance race for State Breds on December 31st, earning a 98 speed figure. Shout out to Keith, who nailed that on Doubling Down this week, talking about Hades. That'll do it here for your reaction to the Holy Bull, and all we can say is, wow, certainly not what we expected down in Florida.